You can really see the evil on people. You can really see the evil on people nowadays. And I'm going to tell y'all a story of how the title of this video came about. Y'all are not going to believe this, but evil is really out here. So the other day I was going into a business. I was getting out my car, and as I was getting out the car, I saw a homeless man that was just laying on the ground with his bike. And he looked homeless. He was clearly talking to himself. And I just looked at him and just walked into business. And I was on the phone with my mom at the time, and I was telling her how I just walked past a homeless man. And she told me to ask him if he was hungry and get him something to eat. And when she said that, I was a little apprehensive, because I'm like, nowadays you don't know if you want to go up to talk to somebody, if they're going to start acting crazy, trying to attack you, blah, whatever. But I had forgot my phone in the car. So I said, well, that must be a reason that I forgot my phone in the car, and she's telling me this. So I go back to get my phone out the car. And as I'm walking back, I said to the man, I said, "Hi, sir, are you okay?" And, he proceeds to tell me how he just got out the hospital. And some of what he was saying was making sense, and some of it he wasn't making sense. So I just asked him if he was hungry and wanted some food, because there was food, nearby that I could get him. And he looked very happy that I said that. He said, "Yeah, I'll take anything." So I went to get him something to eat. And as I'm coming back, I see a security guard talking to him. So I can kind of understand already that the security guard is telling him to move, that he can't be on, private property, he can't be on the premises. So I walk over to him and the security guard. I don't say anything to either one of them. I just hand the homeless man the food. And as I hand him the food and I'm about to walk away, the security guard says to me, "Well, that's why he doesn't want to leave." So it was the God in me that I did not say anything to the security guard. I just gave him that look, and I just kept it moving. See, God will give you the discernment. God will tell you to zip it up and keep it moving, because that is darkness talking to you. So I go back into the business to do what I came to do originally, right? So I'm going throughout the business, and the manager comes over to me. And I could tell that she really didn't even want to come over to me with this, craziness. Because she came over to me like this, like, I know that you were, trying to do a good deed and feed the homeless man, but he was being very disrespectful to the security guard, and we just ask that if you just see him again, that you don't give him anything to eat. He's lost that privilege. And once again, God held my tongue. Once again, I gave her that look, and I said, okay. And I'm saying all this to say, guys, it is evil people in this world. When it comes a day and time where you can't give a homeless man some food and that be okay, and that be acceptable, and that be applauded. The evilness is out here heavy, that people don't even have a heart. They don't even know that God could put them in that same position to be homeless like that. Evilness is in people. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that movie, Fallen. It's an old movie that Denzel Washington was in. It's a great movie. But in the movie, people were like walking past each other and touching each other, or someone would touch you, and that's how the demonic spirits were able to jump inside that person. It's a deep movie, but I really feel like we're seeing it play out as chosen ones right in our face. That's why I don't like people touching me. You got to watch who you let touch you, who you let do your hair, who you sleeping with at night, who you shaking hands with, who you giving a dap to. I don't like anybody touching me. Not saying that I feel like that could happen, but I'm just saying you don't want no bad juju jumping on you. But back to the topic. Comment below and let me know how you feel about this story. If y'all are coming into situations like this, I can't be the only one. And that sat with me the whole day. That whole day I was just replaying what happened, thanking God that I had the intuition and discernment to just walk away. Because the devil doesn't like when you don't have a response for him. He wants to get a rise out of you in some way. And I believe me not saying anything to that security guard fueled him going to the manager like I was an employee there. Let's talk about that. And trying to tell me not to feed the homeless man. He was clearly looking for a rise out of me. He was clearly looking for a response, at least. At the least, he was looking for me to say something to him. And I did not give that demonic entity what he wanted, so he went to the manager on me, guys. We have to stay vigilant, prayed up during this time. There's a war out here. No man or woman, child, animal is safe from. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was just going through my day, feeling good about a good deed that I did from my heart. But this is the day and times that we live in, that we have to walk out our house and come into contact with evil. Where is this world coming to? That you can't even feed homeless people. But I've seen reports of that, of like people, trying to help homeless people, and cops telling them that, they can't do that, and, stopping them, preventing them from feeding homeless people. I've heard reports of that. But to see that in real time, for that to happen to you, it hits different. It really does hit different. People do not realize that they are not above God. Everyday people are trying to play God. They are forgetting their place. And this is why the world is the way it is. Nobody wants to be held to a different standard. Nobody wants to walk this journey with God. Nobody wants to walk this journey with the light. Because it's so easy to go to the darkness. So they think. So I encourage you to still do good deeds when you can, when you have the time, when you have the funds, when it's on your heart. If you got to think about it too much, don't do it. When you give in, it should be from the heart. You shouldn't have to think about it too much. It's just going to come naturally. If you got to think about it too much, it's not giving At that point, you're just trading. It's not giving. Bob Proctor said that as well. R.I.P. to Bob Proctor. But I witnessed that the other day with that situation. When I tell you we are living in some crazy times, guys. Right is not right anymore. Right is not right anymore. What happened to right being right? What happened to people being decent? What happened to common sense? I remember this older lady I used to work with. She used to be like, common sense is at a premium. And I didn't really understand what she was saying to these recent days and times. Common sense is really and truly at a premium. But in conclusion to this video, guys, keep your eyes open out here. Listen to God. God is telling all of the chosen ones to stand down with this evilness that's in the air. Do not give it your energy. Do not give it the time of day. Do not give it the response that it's looking for. Because if you do, that situation can go left real quickly. And guess what? Then you're caught up in a jam. Then you're caught up in whatever mess that can come out of that. We see it on the news every day. People are leaving this world because they did not listen to God. They did not listen to their intuition. They did not have discernment. They did not walk away. They had to say something. They had to do something. They let that evil darkness creep up into their soul, and they had to do something. And guess what? Now they're not here. They're not here to tell their side of the story. You never know how God is saving you. God could be saving you just by telling you to be quiet and walk away. Think about how many times God saved you in your life. It's not a coincidence. Chosen ones really need to stay to their self at this time. God is telling me to tell you that. You need to stay to yourself at this time. If it's not a threat to your life, you need to keep it moving. Do not get into any arguments at this time. Do not get into any altercations. Preventative action is key. In a lot of ways that we prevent, a lot of ways that we prevent things is just by not giving it our energy. Our energy is currency. These spirits, these demons, they are looking for our energy by any means necessary. It's getting real out here in these streets. You can't even feed a homeless man. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's getting real out here. You can't stay in the house forever. You got to come out at some point. You got to face the war at some point. And until the next video, guys, stay prayed up, go to sleep with a dream, and wake up with the purpose. Peace.